Recently, I was travelling on a train. Crazy, I know, crazy. I was sat by the seat closest to the window and stared out as we swept through the various English towns and villages. I think my favourite part of any train journey is looking out during those moments between the towns and villages, watching the rolling hills of the English countryside pass me by. As I paid attention to the acres of green grass and bushy trees gently swaying in the breeze, a thought came to mind. A thought that was so random and out of nowhere that I just had to talk about it and figure out why it came to mind. As I stared out over that green countryside, the thought that came to mind was Wii Sports. Wii Sports Golf, to be specific. Wii Sports Golf is full of the lush green vistas like I saw on that train journey. The level design is very naturalistic, comprised of a medley of gentle hills and tall, flourishing trees. The slight blurriness of the Wii's graphics, a result of the technical limitations of the system, create the illusion of a vast, far-stretching horizon in the distance. Water is present too, either in small streams or large stretches of ocean, with its simple, animated texture evoking its stillness. And to complement these visuals, a soundtrack of serene, diegetic sounds. Birds gently chirping and tweeting, a light breeze flowing through the air and rustling the leaves on the trees, and an underlying white noise of gentle waves brushing the coast. If we look at this purely from a game design perspective, we can make some assumptions as to why these levels were designed this way. In terms of visuals, golf is usually played on these vast green fields, and so it makes sense that golf in Wii Sports would be too. And in terms of sound, well, by its very nature, golf is a game that requires immense focus and precision, and so a quiet, naturalistic soundscape makes sense. But if we remove the golfing aspect to Wii Sports Golf, we're left with this really serene landscape and this immense tranquility. It feels like something straight out of one of those 24-hour live streams to help you sleep at night. I really wish you could just put the golf club down. If you could just drop it on the floor and just walk around these maps. Maybe I'd go walk to the trees and sit down and watch the pixelated leaves flow in the breeze. Wii Sports was a game I played a lot as a child, but never really on my own. Upon its arrival into our house, the Nintendo Wii became a staple activity for any family gathering. The two Wiimotes and nunchucks would be passed around, with different family members going head to head in a variety of different games. Wii Sports was always a family activity. And so I find it really interesting that as I was staring out of that train window, looking upon the green fields and thinking about that old game from my childhood, other memories popped into my head. Memories of time spent with family. I decided to investigate these mental associations further, and so upon returning home, I got out my old Wii and I played Wii Sports. I played golf. Almost immediately after loading into the beginner stage, I was hit by a wave of nostalgia. However, this nostalgia felt different. In previous times when I'd picked up an old game from my childhood, I was reminded of simple times, of being young and how the game used to make me feel. But after playing a few games of golf, paying attention to the sounds and visuals of the various levels, the nostalgia I felt wasn't for the game itself or for memories of playing it, but for memories outside of playing the game. Almost every level reminded me of a specific place that I'd spent time with my family as a child. One level particularly reminded me of a reservoir we used to visit. We'd go on long walks and picnic by the water. Me and my older brother would play amongst the trees and tall grass. And in a more obvious association, another level reminded me of a very specific time when me and my grandma visited my brother, learning to play golf with my granddad at the local club. I just find it really fascinating how it was these digital spaces that were able to evoke such specific and random memories that I probably wouldn't have thought of otherwise. What's also interesting is that these memories evoked from playing Wii Sports Golf seem to take place around the time that Wii Sports was in my life. It's possible that after one of those sunny days picnicking by the water at the reservoir, me and my family would have came home and booted up the Wii and played some Wii Sports. In a way, the memory becomes full circle. I see a thing in real life that reminds me of a very specific moment or place in a game from my past, and I revisit that game and I'm reminded of all these real-life experiences I had that surrounded me playing that game. And who knows, maybe if I never saw this random little green bit of field out that train window and then subsequently revisited Wii Sports, maybe I'd have never thought of these memories again. Perhaps it was playing these games in my formative years that made this association so strong in my head. My brain developed around the association between sunny days spent with family and playing Wii Sports. Perhaps this association in my head is so strong that I'll carry it with me throughout my entire life. And so, whenever I see the combination of lush green grass, tall trees, water by its side, and a gently blowing breeze, I'll think of Wii Sports. And because of that, I'll think of all the happy days spent out with my family that surrounded my time with it.